Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. If you're new on here, subscribe down below, click the like button, all that good stuff. Apologies that I'm in my pyjamas, but this video wasn't meant to go out today. Is the day you're seeing it, which is Saturday. It was actually meant to go out, well, it wasn't even meant to be this video, it was meant to be a different video, which you'll now see on Sunday. But winter refresh has hit, and that's going to make some changes towards silver trading, so I want to tell you about them and how you can make massive coins from this update, basically. First thing to note is we're sat at 948k. The Marlin investments that we made, I'll talk about these guys in a second. The Marlin investments that we made are slowly but surely creeping up. We've got 8 of them, I think, just sat there at the moment. But they are creeping up now with that pack, which is good. We should hopefully see a good profit from there. And we have other silvers here, which we haven't sold. Now, I was planning, the whole point of this video normally is to explain to you what I did on Thursday and how many coins we made. But on Thursday, we got, as some of you will know already, we got massive silver supply. We've got 4 silver packs on Thursday through marking matchups and that sort of thing, and their prices plummeted. And so the prices plummeted and they bounced back a little bit, but not enough for me to think about selling them all. Some of them are sold, but most of them I was like, nah, we're alright, I'm going to hold on to them. And thank goodness I did. Why do I say that? Basically, during Winter Refresh, EA always release a new SBC player for the League SBCs. For those of you who are new around here, the reason we trade with silvers and the reason why we make coins with silvers is because they're needed to compete these SBCs. Now this year, it's been relatively powerful. Probably not as powerful as FIFA 19, but again, in my opinion, it still remains by far the best bang for your buck in terms of investing on this game. There's no better way. Again, the analogy I always give people is if you put 300k into an icon, you usually come out with 20, 30k. You put 300k into silvers, you usually come out with 5, 600k. But as you can see, when you do League SBCs, you guys know you get a player from them, right? So you get the here, Eder and Jonathan. League 1, you got Delane and Mayo Leader. Here you got Costa and Bilal from MLS. But what EA have done is, and they do it every winter refresh, is they put a new player in. And the new player is this Simone VERDI card for the Serie A. That's the first one. You'll probably get one new one most likely every day, if not every other day. And by all accounts, it's a very good card. We'll go have a look at it now. I think I put it in my squad earlier on. That's why it's on the concepts. Is that right? Am I right? Am I talking rubbish? I'm pretty sure I'm right. Yeah, there he is. Right. So this card is, in my opinion, 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. Very, very good. And again, really good at good pace. Shooting's very good. The finishing's a little off, but a hunter on him would be fine. It banged it up massively, but he's got great long shots, great shot power, good attack positioning, good volleys. Passing really well rounded. In fact, it's pretty much high tier. Just a long pass could be a little bit iffy there. Dribbling is superb. Agility and balance is exactly what you need in this game. And he's got some very decent stamina. The reason why this card is also good is because of his rating. Now, those of you who remember FIFA 19 will remember, or might remember, the League SBC grind, where you could grind League SBC cards to essentially do the Icon SBCs for free. It's why EA removed them, a decision that still baffles me to this day, one motivated by money, in my opinion. But as part of those SBCs, certain ones were more popular because the players in them weren't overly usable, but they were high rated. So I'm thinking of Casemiro here for La Liga Santander, because he got an 89 card, I think, if I'm right in saying. So it was really, really popular. This Verdi is the highest rated card out there. It's a usable card as well. People will want to use him without a doubt. I like him. I think he's solid for a League SBC player. But the important thing to note here is, what does Winter Refresh do to the silver market? And in one word, it invigorates it. It really, really invigorates it. Because League SBCs that people might have been getting bored of, or same old players, now suddenly people are actually, there are more meta players here. Now, I go back to the Politano, for example. I know in Winter Refresh now you can get into 89 rated, but the stress of doing that Politano, for me, wasn't worth it when you could pretty much grind a League SBC for free. If you do Bronze Pack method, make all your money back with Bronze Packs. It's easy. I've shown you it before 3 or 4 times. You can then use all the silvers you get from that and do League SBCs for pretty much little to no cost, okay? That Simone VERDI is on par probably with that Politano, similar to it anyway, and he's obviously helped massively by the 5-star weak foot. So what does that mean for me? So I was holding out on my silvers. Now, we didn't get any real silver supply today. Haaland came out way too overpriced. People aren't really going to do him. But what it meant was that League SBC prices for Serie A absolutely shot up. So most of these guys here, I've doubled my coins on, without fail. Almost certainly doubled my coins on them. This Lico, it annoys me it doesn't show you what you bought them from anymore. But I'm pretty sure I paid 1,700 coins for him. Chance, I think I paid 7,000 for him. Justula's an anomaly. I'll talk about him in a second. Velotti, I'm pretty sure they were 1,000 each. Cacciatore, I'm pretty sure was 1,500 each. Vicari, I think was 1,000. Cacciatore again. Ankersons, these ones I paid for like 1,000 coins for each of them. So we've made massive, massive, massive profit. And we did that because I always tell you guys, if the market doesn't bounce back like you think it's going to with silver buy-in, just hold. Something will happen, the silvers will bounce back again. And tonight, we got no supply and we got a new player. So the Serie A has bounced back. But even still, with other leagues, the bounce back hasn't been quite as strong because there's not a need for them. But the bounce back's still there. However, there are still very good deals going on the market. But as an example, I won't use Norwich because they've been very low for a few days. But for example, this Zimmerman, we paid 2.5k for, if I compare the price on him. He's currently now sat, we paid 2.5k for the guy. He's at 3,900. He's probably sellable, to be fair. I probably will sell him. But there's a big but to this. What does this teach us about the demand for silver cards? Now, if the Serie A, in my opinion, near enough doubled in price, the market shot up, right? Where the Serie A jumps up, it tells me that if I'm holding on to players from the Bundesliga or from the Premier League or from La Liga Santander, it could be worth, I'm not saying I'm definitely going to, but I'm almost certainly going to, it could be worth me holding until a new player gets added to that SBC. Now, there's a risk attached to that, to some degree, that EA release silvers and the market drops down again anyway on the same day, and the player not being that good. Verdi's very good because he's 5-star weak foot. The moment you see 5-star weak foot, everyone goes mad for it. So there's a risk. For someone like Zimmerman, for example, I'm looking at him now and going, okay, he's 2.5k. People are trying to get packed desperately for these prime moments. He's 3,900. I'm going to list him for 3,900. That's 1,400 coins profit on one card. I can't be angry with that. But for someone like a Rosati, for example, this guy hasn't gone up yet. I'm still holding him out and letting the market... That actually has gone up now. He's come off the market. He was 3,500. I'm talking rubbish. What did I pay for this one? 2,004. So 600 coins. Maybe Taylor. Let's have a look at Taylor, see if he's a decent example. Yes, so Taylor, for example. I know this guy at his peak hits comfortably 2.5k. There's one for 1,600. Am I going to list him now for the 600 coin profit? No, I'm not. I'm going to hold him for as long as I can. This ARP I paid 2.5k for. Currently selling for... Let's have a little look. Let's look through. 3.9, I'll hold. I know this guy can sell for up to 5k, and I think in the hype of a Bundesliga SBC, he jumps up massively. I'm not in a rush. I have coins. I've still got a Prime Maldini sitting here. It's all about patience. It's all about patience with this guy. But look at that, 2.4. That undercut on him is ridiculous. Absolutely, I'm tempted to buy him for 2.4 mil. I'm tempted to sell some stuff and get up on board. That is utterly ridiculous. But yeah, I'm in a rush. I'm in a rush to sell him. I know the market will bounce back. It's fine. But it is all about patience. However, there's some things you need to remember and understand at the moment. First things first. Winter Refresh also brings in challenges in the silver market and changes. The major one of this is that some silver players become gold. So, as an example, Sheffield United is the one I've been teaching you guys about since day dot. It's a very good one to do. However, two of their defenders are now gold. So, Ender Stevens is now a gold card, which means that his price is not really going to maintain too high in silvers. If you can buy him like that, the silver price of him has definitely without a doubt dropped off. So I'd be mindful of that. You need to be mindful of that because otherwise you're going to make a loss. And the next one to that is Egan, I think is his name. I think it's John Egan. Yeah, John Egan has also been made a gold card. So how does that affect the market? Now, if you look at silvers, they should be really up now, right now. Their centre-backs on a normal day would be climbing back towards 10k again like they normally are. Where are they at the moment? They're 7k at the moment. There's some Egans there that are silver. Why anyone would buy them right now, I don't know. But the rest of them there sort of sat at 6,900, 7,000. The price of them is coming down. I'm going to monitor it for a few days. And I will update the silver guide, the silver spreadsheet for my Twitch subs to remove it if I need to. They do still only have the 3 gold defenders, but I feel like the prices on these come down quite significantly because you need to have for that SBC. I'm pretty sure it's either 3-5-2 or like 5-3-2. So you're still going to need to use silvers for them, but do they hold such a value when you can pick up gold versions? Not really. So be mindful of that with Sheffield United. You need to definitely be mindful of that with Sheffield United. And Granada have a keeper that's gone gold as well. I'm pretty sure it's a keeper. Let me have a little look. Granada. Oh, where are we going? La Liga Santander. Granada, position. I think it's goalkeeper. I'm almost certain it's their goalkeeper. But I could be wrong here. No, I'm right. Yeah, is it this guy here, Rui Silva? He used to be a silver. So right now, he's still holding some degree of value, but this might mean the price of Granada goalkeepers drops off. If you've been trading with Granada, that's one to be mindful of. As I sneeze, apologies. So that's what a refresh does do. But there hasn't been any major change to the silver market bar those 2 points there. So just be mindful of that when you're doing your trading. Now, what is my advice here? My advice for you, number one, is right now, go and look for good flipping deals. And when I say flipping, I don't mean that as a replacement for a swear word. I mean deals that when you go into the market, let's say again, let's look at Premier League, let's look at Aston Villa, I'll just give you an example of it, left back. Another example of that. So right now, these are all 1,400 coins, 1,700 coins. If you can start picking them up in and around 1,300 coins for like a left back here, I don't think that's a bad buy. I think in the hype of a new Premier League player, as long as it's decent, it will see these guys climb quite rapidly. You guys are going to be seeing this at 5:30 on Saturday. There might be silver supply on at 6 o'clock in half an hour. If there is silver supply, at that moment there, I would buy into pretty much almost every single league SBC. I buy into them as cheap as possible, cheaper than you normally buy them for because the market's been slightly down. I buy into them and then I would legitimately just hold them until the league SBC players are released. We've seen from Syria, there's been a massive jump, a massive climb. So do the exact same thing you've been doing, but hold for a bit longer and just, I think that's the play here. Because I believe you can make huge profit by doing that. Again, from probably 100k spend on Syria, I'm probably going to be looking at about 250 to 300,000 coins back. If I can do that with most leagues, I'm going to be laughing for this week for the trading. So, winter refresh so far for me is a big dub. I'm very happy with it. It's massively good for the silver market. It's massively good for you guys. That's going to be the end of the video. If you are new around here, subscribe down below, click the like button. If you want to watch me do this live on Twitch, click the link down below. But for now, lads, I am out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.